Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to descale or clean your GE Profile Nugget ice maker. So you're not going to be able to make ice, you need to let this soak all night. So the first thing you're going to do is probably position it close to a sink. It just makes the job a lot easier. If you have a filter, so down underneath here you may or may not have a filter. If you've got that filter, it's okay to leave it installed. But if you've got this one, you want to remove it. And I'm going to be doing a comparison between these two ice maker cleaners. I've got the Essential Values and the Opal. Now the Opal does come with this nice sponge that is nice to use. The next thing we want to do is, if you may or may not have a side tank. It doesn't matter if you do or don't. But if you do want to take it off. We're not going to be using the side tank. If you have a side tank, we're going to remove this hose and drain the water out of the machine. Okay, so I am going to open up both tubes, let the water drain out of both tubes. And you'll see now I don't have any water in here. Okay, now put the cap back on both tubes. Later we're going to reconnect it to the side tank if you've got it. One of them is labeled side tank, and the side tank one is the one that's closest to the side tank. Okay, so depending on which solution you use, for the Essential Values you're going to use 4 ounces. For the Opal, you're going to use 2.5 ounces. So you get 2 cleanings out of this container and you get 4 out of this container. Okay, next you're going to fill it up to the maximum fill line. Then you're going to dump your solution in. And for this, I'll be using the Essential Values. Now for some of this, you're going to want to leave the ice bucket in, and then you are going to be taking it out. So up here, we're going to turn power on. Yeah, make sure it's plugged in. Turn power on. Then you're going to hold the clean button for 3 seconds, and there's a light above it that's going to come on. Now what's going to happen is that's going to run for 3 minutes. Okay, so it takes about a minute, and we're going to start to get that water. It's going to be coming down the backside like that. So if you've got the ice bucket installed, some of the water will go in here, and it's a good idea. You'll get hard water deposits inside here. So it's a good idea to kind of use some of that solution in here to wipe this down. Okay, so I'm going to get a close-up here. Now there's a really important part. See where that little cutout is on the right-hand side? There's a sensor there. We want to get some of this solution on that sensor because you could get some calcium buildup right there. That's your sensor for how full the ice maker is, and it shoots it over to this side right here. There's 2 sensors, left and right. And see the chute even? You want to get the chute, we'll get some hard water deposits on it also. Now the Opal kit does come with a sponge, or you can use a paper towel, but you want this to soak, this solution, you want it to soak up here. And you got to kind of, this sponge works good because it holds it in place. So see, with the sponge or a paper towel, it can hold that solution there, and that needs to stay there for 18 hours to kind of just descale this and clean it. And then it talks about using that sponge or a paper towel. Again, with that solution that's in here, use some of that water that has the mixture in it. And make sure you're wearing gloves when you do this. Make sure wipe all this down. And again, you can use a paper towel. It takes quite a bit of paper towels, but just soak up that liquid and then stick it up there so that the descaling solution is going to help dissolve some of that hard water deposits up there. And again, neither one of them really says what is in it that is in each bottle. Okay, so the next day or 18 hours later, you're going to come back. We're going to drain all of that liquid out. So come over here and drain both of these tubes. And again, that's going to drain. You'll have water coming out both tubes. And be sure and take the sponge or the paper towel that was up there away. Now the machine, you cannot open the machine. There's really no way to gain access up inside here. I've taken this lid off and there's nothing underneath there except some electronics. So if you have a side tank, you can even put some of that solution in here, use a brush. This does get some hard water deposits in it also. Now with both of these tubes still open, and again, this is drained out already, I'm going to put some fresh water in here. Again, I'm not going to use any soap or anything. And then that way I can just kind of scrub, use that solution. I'm kind of rinsing it really good. I can even take that brush, kind of go up here just a little bit. I don't want to damage anything, just a little bit, and kind of get this all nice and clean. I'm going to do this about 3 times with fresh water. And every time I'm just going to let it drain out. But on the 4th time, I'm going to fill this up and I'm going to plug those up, and then I'm going to do another clean cycle. So you can even use that same solution, again 4 ounces, and then fill this up with water if you've got some hard water deposits for your side tank and to clean your side tank. Okay, so I've got the plugs back in both the tubes. I'm going to turn power on again, and I'm going to hold this clean button again for 3 seconds until that light comes on. And now it's going to run the fresh water through the machine. And again, it's just going to drip down the back here. Okay, so the water's coming down the back, and again, this is going to last for 3 minutes. Now, it's going to stop. Now, I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to drain that water out of one tube only. Okay, so that cleaning cycle stopped. I'm going to remove that water. I'm going to leave the other one plugged up. I'm going to do just the side tank tube. That's going to drain just the water out of here. It's going to leave the water up here. That way it kind of just helps keep the pump primed. But now I'm going to do 3 of these. So I've already done 1. I'm going to drain that out, plug it, fill this up with fresh water again, hit the clean button. After the cleaning cycle, I'm going to drain just this and then do the cleaning three times. And that should take all the taste of the chemical that was in there. Now, they say you should do this about every month if you're using your GE ice maker quite often. Okay, so I really do like the Essential Values ice machine. I don't know a whole lot about this Opal Nugget ice. I'm not sure if it's made by GE or not. I do like the sponge that it comes with. That's very, very handy. And it comes with a copy of the manual. So if you don't have the manual, this is really nice. But again, neither one of them, I can't find any information on what's inside. It doesn't smell like vinegar, and neither one has a scent really. Now you can run into problems. I have another video. If your pump won't prime, because when you're draining this other one, this goes up to this top chamber where your pump's at, and sometimes re-priming that pump can be tricky. I have another video on how to prime that pump up here. It's how to fix your GE Opal ice maker. It's a little, not really complicated, but you know, you got to basically put water in this tube, not the side tank tube, but this tube, and then you're going to just blow the water with your mouth up into this, and that helps. And then after you're all done, just go ahead and reconnect the side tank tube to your side tank, and then you're all ready to go. I will put links to both of these under the show description notes. I am an Amazon affiliate. If you click on the link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I will get a commission from the sale. Underneath the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, that really helps out my YouTube channel. Again, thanks everybody for watching, and if you could, please like and subscribe.